can see someone walk in a room and know like, oh, they different. You know, you can intimidate someone just how you carry yourself, the tone in your voice, you know, the clothes you wear. And I built my original brand just off of being my genuine self. You know, I am a loud, opinionated Black woman. And you can imagine how many people did not like that. Being on ESPN for all them years, I've had co-hosts tell me, you should be lucky to be here, and you need to be quiet and shut your mouth. True story. And I remember telling my dad, like, Dad, I don't know who they think they talking to. And he was like, girl, you need to listen to them white folks, you know, because he was conditioned to do what they said. And I was like, no, I don't, you know, he used to call me Sister Soldier. You always trying to be Sister Soldier. And I'm like, but I don't like it. I don't like that they look at me like that. They're not seeing me for the value that I offer. And I ended up quitting, and then they hired me back under some different conditions. But it taught me, like, I don't have to listen to these people. You know, I don't have to be confined to their parameters. And once social media started getting popular, I realized, oh, I could really say and do what I want to do on this platform. So anyways, I stood in my true, authentic self, just how Luscious was explaining. You know, some of my greatest friends I met just from being opinionated. You know, Deion Sanders is a really good friend of mine. Terrell Owens is a really good friend of mine. And these became my friendships because I wasn't afraid to challenge their thinking. I wasn't afraid to say, well, I don't like that. I don't like that you did that. Like, or Deion, why are you only picking them athletes? Why you don't come over here and look at none of these athletes? And no one challenges this man, you know, so he's just intrigued, like, who are you talking to, you know, like, but please keep talking. And so I've just never been afraid to be my authentic self. And that comes from what was instilled in me based on the adversity that I experienced. But because I learned how to push through adversity, it made me a dog. And when you think about what a dog is, you see a loose dog. Number one, you want to run. I love that if I walk in a room, people have that sense of fear. Do not ever think that I am friendly. Don't ever think you could play with me. Don't ever think that I'm small enough to carry in your hands. I have a magnitude to myself, and I express this through my page. Being your absolute self, authentic self, is a brand.